Dr. Janet Yellen of the Federal Reserve announced that the Federal Reserve was going to introduce a new policy called quantitative tightening. This is very different from quantitative easing. Quantitative easing was where the Federal Reserve created brand new money, around about $3.5 trillion, to go and buy financial assets, principally government bonds, to suppress interest rates across the entire economy. Now, by reducing those interest rates, it should induce us to go and borrow more money, because it's much cheaper to borrow. And if one man spends some money because he's borrowed some, then it's another man's income, and that's really good for the economy. In reality, though, we all had far too much debt following the financial crisis, so that borrowing never really happened, irrespective of the level of interest rates. Now, $3.5 trillion is a lot of money. So think about it this way. If you were to spend $20 a second, every second of every day of every month and so forth, how long would it take you to spend $3.5 trillion at that rate? Well, the answer is around about 5,500 years. So for you to be finishing around about now, you'd have had to start it around the year 3500 BC, quite some time. Now, we've taken that quantitative easing and finished with it. Janet Yellen has now said we're going to do quantitative tightening. So instead of putting money into the economy, she's taking it out because actually everything looks fine. Unemployment's low, growth is pretty good. Now, she said she's going to do it in such a boring manner. It's going to be like watching paint dry. Around about $10 billion a month for the first 3 months, then 20, then 30, then 40, then 50. These are really big numbers. So if you agree with us that quantitative easing pushed asset prices up, maybe we're going to a slightly different environment now.